Scott, 21 again today?
Yeah, I had a feeling you might bring that up. I'm not acknowledging it. I've told the players we're not acknowledging that day either, but another birthday, you move on pretty quickly when it gets over 40, so yeah, we'll keep that quiet.
I guess with the NAB Cup not too far away, how are all the boys looking? Everyone sort of back in full training at this stage?
Yeah, look, I think one of the temptations at this time of year is to probably provide a status report on how you're travelling, but coming to work this morning, I've got to admit I'm just more focused on what we've got to achieve today. You get such a limited time to prepare for what's one of the most brutal competitions in the world, so you spend too much time looking backwards, you're not taking the opportunities that are in front of you. So we've still got a lot of work to do. Expectation is high, but our standards that we're starting to set are also high. Our young kids coming in have made a really sound start to their professional career. I'm looking for a middle tier to really challenge now. They want to play footy, they want to force their way into the senior side. They'll get the opportunity to stake a claim over the next month or two.
Is that how you approach the NAB Cup? Do you sort of look at just trying a few new positions and maybe resting some older blokes, or do you sort of go with how the team looked at the end of last year?
Look, you balance your goals in a NAB Cup against making sure the right players get the right exposure. But at the same time, once a team takes the field, you want to actually perform well and win. So we'll balance those objectives, but we will be making sure that the majority of our list get exposure to, playing footy under some pressure.
How is the captaincy process coming along?
Yeah, it's coming along well. We set a pretty clear schedule in place really in November. We'll stick to that schedule, and our leadership model and our leadership group will be announced prior to NAB Cup. So it's a robust process. So anyone that basically is selected in that leadership model is going to feel that they've gone through a rigorous process, and it's a healthy one for the club. So we're not going to deviate from that plan.
And part of that new process was also setting up a bit of a new culture, I guess, at St Kilda. Is it coming along as you'd hoped?
Look, culture is what you do minute by minute, day by day, so the opportunity to shape it never really goes away. So players define it, coaches try and help set it, but we're continually working on that, and we always will be. It's an ongoing process, but we're making some really positive steps.
Just on the captaincy, Nick, have you decided 100% you would like to still be captain?
Oh, look, it's a position that I have the utmost respect for, and one that I've held with a lot of pride for a period of time now, and I fully support the process that the club's going through. It's a transparent process where everyone's got the opportunity to grow and develop and show their leadership wares. So I support the process, and whatever comes out of it, I'll support 100%. If that's me as captain again, then absolutely, I cherish the job, and it's something I'll do with a lot of pride. And if not, if the club sees it's in their best interest to have someone else as captain, then I'll support that 100% also. I won't change the way I lead and go about my footy. So look, I just think it's a fantastic thing that the club are doing, giving everyone the opportunity to stand up and grow and mature as leaders.
I guess we hear some players getting towards the end of the career, so they'd rather give up the captaincy and just concentrate on their footy. That hasn't come across your mind?
I just want to do what's best for the club, to be honest. And if they think that's me in the role or someone else, then that's what I'm happy to do.
How's the knee?
Yeah, feeling really good. It's been a slow build-up this time of year. I mean, Scott spoke about pre-seasons and what you hope to get out of them. Really, it's a window. During the year, it's all about maintenance. So this is a real window to try and improve. And I feel like I've got some pretty good strength in there at the moment and pain-free. So looking forward to the season.
You're right to go for NAB Cup?
I'll probably fit a couple in somewhere. Not too sure of the plan at the moment, but hope to get one or two in before the season starts. But it's not really a necessity. I've come in most years with only a game or half a game under my belt, and it's a pretty long season, mate. So there's plenty of time to get fit.
Pretty busy off season. I understand you're one of quite a few to either get engaged or married.
Seems like when one bottle falls off the wall, they all start tumbling down. So we had Lenny's wedding and Jason Blake's wedding prior to Christmas. We've got Cozzy's on Friday, and then Dell and myself both got engaged over the break. So it's a good time of your life. I think it's been an enjoyable experience so far.
Obviously, last year for you personally wasn't overly enjoyable, with your form and the injury and all that sort of thing. Is there sort of an added determination going into this year?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're determined, obviously, every year, but coming back to training this year, it's obviously a different dynamic, new people, and I think when you've got new coaches, a lot of new teammates, the ultimate objective as a player is to earn respect, and so that's what it's been about for every player on the list, regardless of how many years they've been playing for and what they've achieved, to earn the respect of the new people around the club. So that's been the focus so far, and obviously once games start, you get to do that in a different way as well.
So Nick, do you use 2011 as a motivational factor, or is it more just you want to put it in the past and forget about it?
Oh, look, I don't really want to forget about it. Some pretty good things happened in 2011 as well. I don't look at it as a complete write-off. I mean, we played finals footy. We played some good footy throughout the year. So I think we're coming from a position of some strength, and I don't think it needs to be banished from the record books forever. It was just a year of footy.
Scott, as with any club, there are a few blokes who had operations off-season. How are all the injured blokes coming back? Are they all on track, or some slower than others?
I think one of the things that's been really clear to me since being here is the quality of our medical staff and our sports science team. Peter Burge coming in a high performance role, that whole program has our players in really good shape physically. So look, we have no excuses to make from a health point of view, and again our medical staff are as good as anything I've seen, so they're doing a terrific job.
Can we expect to see Lenny Hayes in the NAB Cup maybe?
Yeah, look, every chance. Lenny's fit, healthy, training well, and having a really good pre-season.
Nick, just on Brendan Goddard, obviously someone you've played with for a long time. There's going to be a lot of talk this year about GWS. I mean, he's not spoken to him about it, but he's confident he'll handle it and it's not going to have any impact on him. Yeah,
Brendan's a professional player. He's been in the system and at the club now for 10 years, and he loves the club. So, the way he goes about it, he's a very professional guy, and I suppose it's just become part of the football environment at the moment with new teams coming in and the speculation that surrounds certain players who are coming out of contract and all that sort of stuff. So he's not going to be the only one copying it this year. I'm sure there's going to be a few, and he'll handle it like he does everything else professionally.
Are you confident his future's here?
Yeah, I am. He's been at the club for 10 years, and he's a very determined player and been a great player for us. So I'm confident he'll be here next year.
Nick, have you noticed like a rejuvenation in the players, having the new coach come in and sort of a bit of a clean out of the club?
Yeah, look, I think it's an exciting time for the football club, certainly. And like I mentioned before, when there are new people around, regardless of what you've done in the past and what you've achieved and how long you've been playing, you still want to get in and earn the respect of the new people. So I think that's been great for a lot of the senior players, and you couple that with some of the exciting young guys we've got coming through, then I think it bodes well for a good period of time for the footy club. But you talk about pre-seasons and great pre-seasons, and it's our best pre-season ever. There's a lot of that sort of talk that goes around at this time of year, but we've still got 2 months before round one. There's still a lot of improvement to be gained, so that's the focus for us at the moment.
Scott, the club posted quite a significant debt for the last financial season. Does that affect morale from a coaching and staff executive point of view?
Oh, look, no, I don't think it affects morale. I mean, from our perspective, we've got to control what we can control from a football point of view. So we're pretty clearly focused on our performance. Having said that, we're part of a club, so when we do post a loss, we feel that and we understand that. And we also understand the role that we've got to play in making sure that doesn't happen again. So there are some really strong strategic plans in place to move forward as a club in all areas: footy, admin, sponsorship, membership. So there's a lot of great things happening below the surface at the moment, and that fruit will come to bear pretty shortly.